Our very own Messy Mikey traversed across an ocean to take in the sights of France.
Oh, okay, here, Mansour.
We baguette.
So who did you go to France with again?
I went with my family, which included my cousins and aunts and uncles. There was 12 of us total.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm the greatest international traveler. I sat on a plane for 15 hours. I still have whiplash from that plane.
Was there turbulence?
No, like the
Just for
time
Mikey.
difference.
I said just for Mikey.
The time.
You mean you have jet lag?
Oh, jet lag. Yes,
Whiplash.
I have jet lag.
All right. Okay.
Do you understand why I
Yes,
asked if there was
yes.
turbulence now?
I do.
He was on a Boeing, okay? Give him a
Just
break.
for Mikey.
Yeah, so I'm still reeling from it. I don't think I'm ever going back. But beautiful time. Hey,
Yeah?
I thought France. Bleh. No, I was against it. I'm for it now.
How did the Parisians treat you in Paris? I'm curious.
To be honest, I felt like I was around the people that they were trying to get money out of us, so they had to be nice. We ran into one really mean Uber driver. He was nice until he heard our accents, and then he was like, "Oh God," he was driving like a maniac. So the first day that we get there, so we're on a riverboat cruise through France. So it's like a Viking cruise, which I didn't do my research before, but first day I get on the boat, and I don't know how else to put it. It was like USS Geriatrics. It was
A nursing home on the Seine?
yeah, I believe so. It was like I'm not lying whenever I say I'm gonna say that the average age is 65 to 70.
Well, I think that is like the demo when you think about, because it's not cheap to go to France.
Absolutely
It's
not.
not cheap to go to Paris, and I don't think it's cheap to take a Parisian cruise.
It's not.
So you're already skewing older, and then those that have the money and those that have the time, well, they're going to be the gray hairs.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think about it much. I thought it was gonna be like a nightclub, and no, it was a lot of
Yeah.
wheelchairs.
He heard Viking cruise and he thought of Viking of Valhalla or something.
So we get there. I get my bag set up in my room. My girlfriend doesn't know if I'm alive or not, so I decided to text her. And it was just a playful text. It wasn't supposed to mean anything much, but I said, it came off a little salty, but I said, I am the youngest person on this whole effing ship. I said effing. And I send it. I put my phone down. 2 seconds later, I just feel something. I check it again. I sent the text to my entire family group chat.
Oh,
No.
wow.
Everybody in my crew saw this text, and immediately it's like, I'm the least grateful person on earth. And that's not how I was feeling. It was just a little gag. It was fun. Immediately, my mom knocks on my door, and she's like, "Do you know that you just sent that to the whole group chat?" And I'm like, "Yes." And I'm pulling my hair out. My stomach's in the pit of my stomach. I don't even know where it went.
Now you're like enemy number one on the trip
Yes.
with your family, and you literally just got there.
So immediately, I'm like 30 seconds after I send it, my cousin snaps back, "Mikey, are you surprised? What's wrong? You know this is a full group chat." And I was like, "Oh, yes, I know. I'm grateful. I'm sorry." I finally learned. My mom had to teach me how to delete a text. I didn't even know you could do that. So I deleted
Yeah.
the text. But already, like, I was just so worried about my aunt and uncle. They're like the nicest people ever. They're the greatest. And it's just like, yeah, they're going to think I'm the worst.
and I'm assuming you didn't foot the bill for this vacation.
I did not.
Wow.
I didn't pay a
They
cent.
didn't know he was dealing with whiplash.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
All right.
But
So
it's like they also, this is not like a cursing family. Like everyone's so positive and nice. It's like, and we do not throw words like that around. So for me to use that word in that text, it was in.
You know?
all right. So
But it's like they also, this is not like a cursing family. Like everyone's so positive and nice. It's like, and we do not throw words like that around. So for me to use that word in that text, it was end of times for me. It felt terrible.
But I'm sure this is the first day, so you had to rebound.
I had to. So I went back out. So we gathered on like the front of the ship. We were sailing at that point. We started in Paris. We're going to a place I can't pronounce. And so we all go to the front of the ship. I'm making my apology. I'm doing the rounds.
The apology tour.
Yeah, everyone's whispering about me. I'm like, oh, I'm the worst. So like,
You've embarrassed your mother.
I embarrassed everybody. Nobody likes me anymore. But so at the front of the boat, there's all these chairs. And like you want to sit outside and like see the boat cruising by. You can look at the sights. So there's I'd say there's probably 15 tables. there's groups of people sitting on the second row of tables. The front row tables are completely empty. So the 12 of us hooligans, we go crowd up there. We're having a good time. We're having fun. You know, you just got on this cruise. You're in Paris. You've never been here before. It's fun. Well, this old judgmental shrew behind me, she took issue to that immediately. She did not like seeing this fun. She wanted us to be like hooked up to IVs and comatose. And she finally stands up and says to all of us, like, it's like she's making a speech. She says, "You guys are ruining everyone's good time."
What?
That's what she said to the group of us.
Wow.
And her thing was that we sat in front of them, but there's open tables in front of you. If you wanted the front, why wouldn't you take the front in the first place, right?
So how did your family respond to her?
You're like, who is everyone? We're having a great time.
It's like, it's something so out of the blue that we weren't even able to react. We were just like, all right, sorry. Like, we had nothing to say. This lady, she had like wrinkles around her mouth because she's been holding this judgmental face for 50 years. This is how she does it. She does like a tiny little circle mouth, and she's showing her front two teeth. So she goes, and so there's wrinkles like going into her mouth. It's a rough look. And so this lady has walked around for years just being angry at people.
So please tell me you didn't alter your behavior, that you just ignored her.
After that, we started spilling wine and causing all kinds of problems. But then for the rest of the trip, you just want to figure out how to get back at this lady. We never did anything, but just the whole time I was plotting. Like, you want revenge. You want her to get in trouble for something, and then you can laugh at her.
How many more times did you have to cross her path?
Oh, she was everywhere. She was in our tour group. She was everywhere. We went to Monet's garden, the painter, and
as opposed to Monet, the footballer, the rapper.
She was in our crew for that one. But she went to the bathroom at the wrong time and came back, and our tour guide kind of got onto her a little bit, and that felt good. So we all stood back there and we went, ooh.
All right, so
she's in trouble.
What was the coolest, your most favorite thing about seeing France for the first time?
Okay, we went to a bunch of like different cities, and some of the places we docked were like these tiny little, like, I guess you'd call them villages. It's just like one street of like places built in like 1200.
Yep.
That's what's so crazy about France, is that everything is so old. Because I guess we don't have any of that. Everything gets destroyed or wasn't built yet.
That is correct.
All right, I've been doing history. I liked the beaches of Normandy, but my favorite place, a place where I think I could actually live, was called Rouen. So it's a bigger city, but not too big. They had like this insanely big cathedral, just like the most what do you call it? Not intense architecture, whatever, sculpted.
I'm looking at pictures right now. The architecture is in fact very intense.
Pretty dang good, huh? Yeah, and I could actually live there. It looks like like these houses made of like wood, so it's like wood outlines everywhere. It seems like German or something,
like Tudor style kind of.
I kept on forgetting what country I was in the whole time, though. Like, you get confused whenever you're out of your zone.
This is true.
The Bert Show.